This week in sports, because boy, has it been a big week. Willie Taggart dominating the headlines. Yes, he is moving on to Florida State, already captured here, doing the famed chop of the Seminoles. Taggart introduced as head coach there this morning. So we're asking here this afternoon, what is next for the Oregon Duck football program? A couple experts on the couch, John Canzano, Orlando Sanchez to weigh in on this one.
I don't know if I should go with the Portland Today gang or over here. He's torn. I saw it
right down the middle.
Well, first things first. So they have to play the bowl game first,
right.
And that's kind of a job audition for the interim head coach, John?
Yeah, Mario Cristobal gets a chance to audition for this job. He gets to coach this team, but more importantly, there's an early signing period for recruiting this year. It's the first time they've ever done it. December 20th. December 16th is this bowl game. So if you're the Oregon Ducks, you've got this bowl game, you've got this recruiting deadline, you have a mess that Willie Taggart's left in your hands, and recruiting is so important in college football that, you know, Mario Cristobal being there, he has a chance to not just audition in that bowl game, but if he can retain some of that signing class, all of a sudden he's an attractive candidate.
Let's talk possible candidates. Sumlin, Kevin Sumlin from Texas A&M, you say is the front runner.
I think he's a better coach than Willie Taggart, and Willie didn't like that when I wrote that, but it's like,
really?
Too bad, Willie, you're tomahawk chopping over there. So, but Kevin Sumlin's a better game coach and a good recruiter. He's got ties with Nike. Oregon's going to talk to him. He just turned down Central Florida for their job. He's a super attractive candidate and fits at Oregon.
But Orlando, I missed it. What happened? Why did he leave A&M? It was his choice, or he lost his job? I totally missed that.
He went 5-6, and in the SEC, you go 5-6, and you can get Jimbo Fisher. See, this is what's going on in college football. Texas A&M stole Florida State's coach. Florida State stole Oregon's coach.
Right.
So Oregon could end up in a swap of coaches there getting Sumlin.
Rob Mullins, he was talking yesterday, and someone had asked him, what do the Ducks need? What are they going to look for in their next head coach? And he started listing these things like proven track record. They want somebody who can recruit. And as you're checking off these lists, you're like, wait, Kevin Sumlin, that he fits all of these things. So I wouldn't be surprised if they've already talked to him.
Now, a lot of people would jump at the chance to coach at Florida State, right? That's like an ideal job in college football, I'm guessing, fellas. But do we call Oregon that same sort of destination spot now? Is this a place where you can really get a name brand coach, so to speak?
It's the best job available right now. Tennessee's a mess. Central Florida's not. And you look at Oregon and the brand of Nike, you look at where they're positioned in the Pac-12, you can win this conference if you come in. It is a have in the conference. It's a have nationally. This is a really good job, and I think that's why Oregon and some of the Oregon administrators and Phil Knight should be looking at Willie Taggart going, wait a minute, we weren't your dream job. You told us you were our dream job a year ago. So they don't want to be treated like a mid-major. So to Orlando's point, I think they're going to go out and talk to sitting head coaches. I don't think they're going to look at anybody but Mario Cristobal, who's not already a head coach.
And look what they have right now in Justin Herbert at quarterback. The recruiting class, they're able to get some of these guys to come back. And that soft schedule, they could win 10 games easily.
Drew could coach them and they'd win 10.
There you go.
Drew, next year, 1 year.
John,
one magnificent year.
The FSU. He's going to be talking about that for weeks now, man.
I want to ask, could this be a dream job for Mike Leach? Not that he'd ever call it a dream job, but that's the name we keep hearing. And I'm like, why would Mike Leach ever leave Washington State?
Well, I'm told that there's mutual interest there, and I don't know that he'll be choice one, and I don't know that he would easily leave Washington State where he's had success. But I think those sides will talk eventually in this process. You have to wonder if he fits the culture. He's beaten Oregon 3 times in a row. He wins with no resources. He's super interesting. We'd love him. The viewers would love him. He'd be
soundbite
so
every week,
interesting.
man.
But I don't know if he fits Oregon in 2018. He fits Oregon in 2010. So I think there's I think Kevin Sumlin or some others would have to turn it down for Leach to get it, but I think he's in it.
Are we surprised that this happened, that Willie Taggart left after a year, or did you guys maybe even see this coming a year ago?
This is his third job in 365 days. He's had 3 head coaching jobs: South Florida, Oregon, and now Florida State, introduced today. This is a guy who is qualified for 4 bowl games, and he's only coached in 1 of them. This is what he does. We all celebrate bowl games. Willie packs boxes and leaves. That's what Willie does.
That's so cold.
It's who he is. But that's who he is.
One more name, Brian Harsin up at Boise State, which sets up an interesting scenario because
Totally.
that's who the Ducks face in the bowl game.
In terms of juiciness and storyline, since we'll be out there covering the game, putting that name into the hat is awesome because you've got this drama going on. They're supposed to be playing against them in a bowl game, and you're thinking, hey, are they poaching our head coach? Do they really want him to come to Oregon? So from that standpoint, it's interesting, but I think that there are a ton of names that come before Brian Harsin.
And there's one more I'm going to throw in. I just heard Jeff Tedford, the coach at Fresno State, former Oregon assistant, one at Cal. I'm told that the search firm is very interested in making contact with him, so I think they'll talk to him.
But when he went to California, a lot of people would say that was a disaster. That didn't work out. He didn't have a good record there after his first year or so.
Well, he had Aaron Rodgers to put him in the NFL, so he's a guy who can develop quarterbacks. And Fresno State was 1-11, Rod. They're 9-3 now, a year later. I think they'll talk to him. I don't think he's the 1A, but he's somebody in that group.
Can I throw one more name out there?
Yes.
Jonathan Smith, just hired by Oregon State. Could he jump ship to Oregon? What about
You're trying to get everybody,
He's
Maddox.
a lifer. Jonathan Smith is a lifer, not leaving Corvallis.
I saw the flames in Kathy's eyes right now. I was like, I gotta go. I'm out of here.
You want a civil war?
Hey, thanks, guys, for your thoughts.
You bet.
Appreciate it.